No one had ever seen such an incredible truck driver. He perfectly backed into position with a 360-degree drift maneuver. This was Nxxmovie, a rescue specialist renowned for his 20 years of experience. His current mission, drive a truck across frozen waters to complete a critical task. A fully equipped team of 5 set out with 3 heavy-duty trucks. The mission was urgent and couldn't be delayed. Taking a shortcut, they drove across the frozen sea surface overnight. The night's bitter cold kept the ice solid, but as dawn approached, signs of melting appeared. They maintained a slow pace to avoid putting too much pressure on the ice and causing it to crack. Suddenly, Tony's truck overheated and stalled on the ice, an extremely dangerous situation for such heavy vehicles on deteriorating ice. Nxxmovie noticed the emergency and quickly reversed to help. The team connected all 3 trucks with cables, with Tony personally securing them. But the ice underneath the trucks had already begun to crack. When the heavy truck's rear wheels suddenly broke through, Tony urgently signaled the vehicles ahead to pull. Shockingly, Tony discovered his foot was caught in the rope. He'd been careless while connecting the cables. With massive trucks secured at both ends and one rapidly sinking, he tried to create space with a crowbar, but it was useless. The drivers ahead only felt vibrations, unaware of the crisis unfolding. Without warning, the trucks sank deeper, breaking Tony's trapped leg. Despite the forward trucks accelerating, the enormous weight dragged them backward, rendering their efforts useless on the slippery surface. Soon, only the cabin of the rear truck remained above water as it continued to sink. If this continued, all 3 trucks would be submerged. When a driver left her truck to check, she was horrified by what she saw. Tony underwater with an entire truck suspended above him. Only one option remained: cut the connecting rope, which meant sacrificing Tony. As the lead truck approached the ice's edge, Tony, despite knowing the consequences, shouted for Anna to cut the rope immediately. By the time the others arrived, Tony had completely disappeared. They had no time to grieve, however, as the ice beneath their feet began cracking again. The experienced Nxxmovie knew that such sequential braking typically continues for about 3 kilometers, forcing them to race against the collapsing ice. With no time to disconnect and unable to drive quickly on the ice, they could only watch as cracks rapidly spread behind them while the path ahead dangerously undulated. Following safety protocol, they initially opened their doors but closed them when approaching the slush bed. As predicted, the trucks began to slide uncontrollably on the rolling ice surface, eventually overturning. Fortunately, no one was injured, and the ice stopped breaking. Due to copyright restrictions, this narration ends here. Viewers interested in the thrill of the ice road can search for the original to experience the complete story.